Today, Sonia and I will show you how to make beef nihari. Did you know that nihari has its origins in the Mughal era and was traditionally eaten at breakfast? However, nihari is usually made with fatty cuts of meat and covered with a thick layer of oil. That is why it is often synonymous with a heart attack.
Don't worry, we're going to show you how to make a healthier version of nihari by making some modifications to the traditional recipe. Instead of using multiple tablespoons or even cups of oil, we'll use small quantities of oil from a spray bottle. In addition, instead of using the traditional shank cut of meat, which has a higher amount of fat, we'll use the healthiest eye of round cut of beef.
This recipe is another great example of how slight modifications can turn your favorite decadent dishes into foods that you can eat without feeling guilty.
Great, so let's get started. Let's use a non-stick pot.
And that's actually another trick to healthy cooking. The non-stick pot allows you to cook with minimal quantities of oil without the risk of food sticking to the bottom of the pan. So we've put the pot on medium heat and we'll spray the bottom of the pot with cooking oil for 4 seconds. Our pot is now heated. We can add the beef. By cooking the beef in a single layer on the bottom of the hot pot, we're searing it. We'll turn the pieces of beef every few minutes so that it browns evenly on all the sides. This searing technique ensures that the beef stays moist and it retains its flavor. While the beef is searing, I wanted to show you the nihari masala that we have made. We took whole spices including fennel seeds, cumin, cardamom, cloves, and a few other spices and grounded them in a coffee or spice grinder to make a fine powder. The recipe for this masala is listed online in our recipesandmore.org. This freshly ground combination of fennel and other spices will give your nihari its beautiful aroma and flavor. And once you make this masala mix at home, you will never need to buy another box of prepackaged nihari masala. Now that the beef is seared, you can add in your ginger paste, and then your garlic paste, salt, and then our homemade nihari masala. And then we'll add in our roasted graham flour. Now just saute all of these ingredients with the beef for about 4 minutes. Now that the spices are beautifully roasted with the beef, you can add 4 cups of water, and then we'll wait for the nihari to come to a boil. Once it's come to a boil, all you need is patience. We'll cover the pot and let it cook on low heat for about 2 to 3 hours until the beef is almost cooked. It's been over 2 hours and our beef is almost tender, and Sonia and I have changed into our party clothes. The next step is to thicken up the gravy. Here we have about half a cup of water in a bowl, to which we have added a 1/4 cup of whole wheat flour. We've already mixed it for a few minutes to get all the lumps out and made it into a fine paste. This is a very important step, so be sure to take your time. Now we'll add the flour paste to our pot and stir for a few minutes, making sure that the flour doesn't clump up. Sonia's been stirring for a few minutes and the gravy is beginning to thicken. We will now add paprika and garam masala on top of the nihari and spray with cooking oil for another 4 seconds. This will further enhance the color and flavor of the nihari. But a little more patience is needed. We're going to cover the pot and let it simmer for another hour or so until the beef is completely cooked and the gravy is thick. Once our beef is fully cooked, we will finish it off with a 2-second spray of cooking oil. This gives a beautiful sheen and an illusion of richness to the nihari. And actually, we already have prepared nihari. And I love to garnish the nihari with thinly sliced ginger, cilantro, jalapeno, and lemon juice. You'll see how beautiful this looks. Not only does this nihari look good, it also tastes great, and it is not too bad for you. As a healthier side to the nihari, instead of eating it with a naan, you could use whole wheat pita bread. It has a higher fiber content with lower levels of refined carbohydrates and fat. We hope you try this recipe soon and see how easy it is to have both flavor and nutrition.